Is anyone in yet? Yeah, good morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's me, I think. Good morning. So, little subject I wanted to, question really, I wanted to ask, Vinted Pro or no, that's in the title. And I've got some bits going out, which I will show you. And yeah, sourcing to what, haven't got any hauls because sourcing has been dry as sort of the end of last week. The weekend it was slim pickings. Morning, Rosie, how are you? So yeah, no haul. Morning, RJ, how are you? Yeah, so yeah, Vinted Pro or no? Shall I do the haul first? Or shall I? I'll ask the question and then I'll repeat it as people come in. Yeah, Vinted Pro or no? Not bad, good. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, despite not finding, I did go to the boot yesterday, got some bits for us. Did I get anything for resale? Oh, it's something that was a bit of a fail, a jacket, because it was missing a button. It was really poor. And one silver pendant. So yeah. But the Vinted Pro now, I'm seeing that a lot more people now, like it, possibly Pro have ironed out, or Vinted have ironed out the issues with not being able to do people's money laundering, their ID checks, and some people are managing to get through okay now. So I'm seeing some people saying, right, holiday mode on, so they're going to Pro. But my question for the people who haven't gone to Pro yet is, are you going to go to Pro? Like, would you? Because I think some people might not jump because they're already on Vinted. If they haven't had, the warnings and they're not that worried, maybe they will just stay with the, not having to do returns and all of that. And obviously that's, the shady way to go. But what's your thoughts? Will you be going Pro, or will you just stick out for as long as you can on your normal Vinted? Because I was just thinking, oh yeah, I might put mine on holiday mode today. And I've got, what have I got on Vinted? 27 items. On eBay at the moment, I've got 197 items. Yeah, because I used to have because of the jewelry, I used to have so much on there. I've got hardly anything on there now. So I started to wonder, should I shift it? I think what happened was I stopped buying the stuff that I wanted to put on Vinted because I couldn't put so much on there. I mean, I must have had about 200 listings on there before, like similar to what I've got on eBay now, but yeah, I've got hardly anything on there. So I think I want to go Pro and start being able to pick quantity up again, maybe more jewelry. What are you thinking if you're on Vinted? Hi, Julie. Hi, Simon. We're not in a hurry here. Still hearing about too many issues. Oh, are you? Oh, I don't want to do it while there's issues. I want them to sort that shit out. Because I can't be doing it. Are you really, like, people are still getting that, oh, do you live in France type business? And like, no, right, we can't verify you because I can't be bothered with that at the moment. Because I would also, if that would be a nightmare for me if I couldn't sell at all on there for a while. Oh, it seems like new ones every day. Oh, really? Right, well, maybe I will. I was thinking about going on the holiday mode tonight, but maybe I will hold off for a little bit longer while I'm thinking about it. Lisa, good morning. I'm going to wait to see how Pro works out. Never say never. Yeah, because once you've done it, haven't you? Veronica Pawson, hello, stranger. All right. Yeah, I've been here, but too early for civilized human beings. Simon, but Vinted isn't that much of a focus for us anyway. See, actually, even though I've got 10% of the listings I used to have on there is still the main income, like compared to eBay, which does say a lot to me as well. But of course, I've changed what I'm picking up so that it was more just like, oh, a bit of clothes, a bit of this, a bit of that, rather than just jewellery. So I'm in France, bank accounts. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, no, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. But that's annoying to hear. RJ, waiting well over 2 weeks for a payment. Yeah, I mean yeah, exactly. So the drawbacks, if you've got hardly anything on there or you haven't even had that. I mean, I've had that commercial selling thing twice, so I'm obviously top of the get her over to pro list. But if you haven't even had that warning, I just wonder if, because I've had some returns on Vinted. I've done some returns as well as a buyer, and you can do them on a normal private account. But I'm just wondering if when, like pro, there'll be some kind of return. What is it they have? Oh, they just have to click whether they have. You have to click whether you have an issue or not, and then you can like do the return. But I'm guessing there'll be like quite a large return button. Like, I just wonder if it will attract scammers, which normal returns all good, but scammers and like the false iron ads, that type of crap. I suppose it wouldn't be. So how is it going to work? Is it you're obliged? Oh yeah, hang on. Are you obliged to pay their return cost if you're on Vinted as a pro? I guess. Hang on, they will have paid the initial shipping, so I think you will be bound to pay the return costs, won't you? Yeah, even if it's just that it didn't fit, because they will have already paid one way, and I think you have to pay the other. I think that's the legal bits. Angela's at it. Oh, Jen, good morning. What are you thinking about Vinted if you're on there? Are you going pro or holding off? So I know lots of people are doing fine, but there's no rush here. Been hearing how sales have dropped when converting, really. I mean, we all know Kaylee's, Kaylee on it's just doing, she just smashes it out of the park, doesn't she? She's just so focused, I think. Sales have dropped when converting, different experiences for everyone, but can't be asked for wasting time. Yeah, I don't need any of that kind of frustration you get when you're hitting problems like, oh, we can't get this through because we're not accepting your documents. No, not for me, thanks. I've got enough things to rile me in my day without that kind of bother. Oh, RJ, been worst month on Vinted for us? Oh no. See, my eBay's like just dead. And I've got one sale from eBay from the weekend, but it worries me less because my Vinted's doing all right. Funky Neil, good morning. You'll be too pissed to care whether you're getting sales or not. What? Oh, hang on. Oh, I've missed a bit. Funky Neil, I'm going to start my own reselling platform for listing stuff after you've just back from the pub and calling it Vinted. Oh, geez. Oh, God, it was where was I buying from? Drunk. Oh, God, I was selling on it. What's it called? Do you know that took over from Poshmark? You know what I mean? And I kept coming back after a couple of drinks and buying stuff on there. Things would turn up and I'm like, oh, God. RJ, understanding it's still on the buyer to pay returns, but I'm sure if Vinted get involved, it will be a pain. Yeah, because I thought the business with returns, even if it's for just with like the distance selling regulations for the UK, I thought if it had gone, even if it doesn't fit, that you have to fund one way if it's a return. Do you know what I mean? Like if it was free shipping, then you'd refund like that whole bit, the amount and the free shipping, but they might, if it just doesn't fit, they would need to pay to return it. But if you they paid for the initial shipping, you have to pay the return shipping. I'm sure I've got that from somewhere about distance selling works. I've sold a bar of soap. Oh, wow, well done, Julie. It was an expensive soap. Correct, Neil. I have stuff to list and got home from a big sesh at the football last night and was able to resist the temptation to list when I got home. Well done, you. Pat on the back. Right. One item sold on eBay at the weekend. So, yeah. It was I think I showed this in a haul. It's the Fred Perry collab with, God, that's so blurred for me. Is it because of the light? With Margaret Howell. Oh, is that totally blurred for you? Come on. Khaki, and thought that would, usually this sort of thing, Margaret Howell is just like a 40, but maybe it's certain things I like. So I've got another one that was less than 40 as well. Anyway, paid 15, sold for 36. So right within my happy margins of £21 profit. What else have we got? I've got a little almost bit of everything. Actually, no, I've got no jewellery today. Sad times. Yes, Margaret Howell, the MHL skirt. I got an absolute bargain with this. So it's that one. Paid £5.50. Was so happy with that. Sold for 35. So yeah, anyway, great profit on that one. This was a clearance. I had this on eBay for a few months. It's a Mercedes sweatshirt thing. In a good size. It feels like new, and just couldn't sell it. So stuck it on, I think it was at the weekend, for £15. And yeah, and it sold. I paid £6.99. It went for £15. Yeah, I thought it would go for more, but it didn't. So there you go. It needs to get out. The last bit of clothing. Oh, well, there is a belt, actually. That is the belt. Yeah. The Brora Ferrar. It was getting so many favourites, so many silly offers. I paid £5.99. It is an extra small, it's not shrunk. And it sold for 70. So over the rainbow on a unicorn profit for me, that one. So that was great. The belts, still keep going with them. This one, studded, great big buckle. I can't do that right. There we go. Cost £1.99, sold for a tenner. But mind you, the thing, to be honest, what did that sell within like a week? They are pretty quick and they're not too bothersome, so I probably will still keep picking them up, to be honest. Simon, seller always pays outgoing post. Return post is up to the written policy. But on Vinted, of course, the buyer pays the outgoing post. That's what I mean. Like, does that mean that then, because they've already paid one way, that you're liable for the other way? Up to the written policy and is dependent on the reason. Even if they've already paid one part of the transaction with distance. Sorry, that I'm being nitpicky. I don't know where I've got that from. Hopefully I'm wrong, but, well, as a seller, seller funds outgoing post. Seller funds. But you don't on Vinted. Anyway, sorry. Crookshanks that I showed you last week. Harry Potter cat. Happy with this because where's Crookshanks gone? Yeah, I thought I'd paid a bit much for her, £6, but she sold for 18 in a few days on Vinted. So 12 quid for Crookshanks. Yes, thank you very much. It's a big Crookshanks, by the way, in case you find the little one, that's worth less. And the last thing, the last bit of Cornish wear, pink Cornish wear. Did I love finding these? So this one, so it owes me £1, but this one had the slight, I guess you call it crazing. Yeah, it is crazing, but it's under the glaze. So I pointed it out in the thing and put it up for less. Yeah, owed me £1, sold for 21. So yeah, lovely, happy with that. Oh yeah, please give me more of this. I really enjoyed selling those. Yeah, I think I will wrap it up there. Actually, I'm going to do packaging, parcels, check my locals. Oh, hang on, Simon, sorry for confusion. No, it's probably me. I just mean that if Vinted are following distance selling, buyer always refunds outgoing post. Oh, I see, in the case of returns. What have I read then about? Maybe I misunderstood. No, I need to Google that, I think. Because I thought it was to do with liability of, like, whether it's the outgoing or the incoming, of having the seller having liability for one of them. But you might be right, it might be to do with the reason for return. Because obviously if it's your fault, it's damaged or something, then they shouldn't be out of pocket. But if it's just change of mind or doesn't fit, then maybe you're covered, even though it's distance. Go back to bed, yeah, I might as well. Let's just leave it there. If anybody knows what we're talking about, please comment down below. Yeah, so I'll leave it there. Oh God, I hope to find some bit better stock this week. Yeah, let me know on the comments. How was your weekend for sourcing and the end of last week? Because it was poor. But sorry, I'm asking lots of questions, but also Vinted Pro or no, let me know. And got a lot of no's in that. Yeah, thanks for joining me. That was a quickie. Please do give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, don't die.